In 2016, you paddled the entire length of the Housatonic River in HVA's Source to Sound adventure. Where did you start?
Well, we started on the east branch of the Housatonic River, is where we're standing now, but we were about 7 miles upstream of the bridge you see right here. The video clip that is shown on this display is known as the area is known as the Hinsdale Flats, which is a high elevation plateau. It's a wildlife habitat area that's incredible productivity for a habitat, and so much so that the last time we paddled there were about 22 beaver dams that we had to go up and over every one.
That must have been a really challenging day. How long did it take for you to paddle the entire Housatonic River?
Well, we did it in 10 days. We averaged about 12 miles each day, so we completed the 150 miles of the Housatonic River. There were some sections, although, and the water was so low we really couldn't safely paddle through the rapid areas, so we had to skip those areas, but we did the vast majority of that 150 miles.
What was the most memorable part of your trip?
I appreciated the diversity that the Housatonic River has to offer, from the Hinsdale Flats area, where the width of the river is as wide as your boat. In fact, you had to pull through some areas with getting brushed into the canoe on both sides. To 10 days later, we're down on Long Island Sound with the ocean waves and ocean boats and salt water, and it was just thrilling to see that change happen on the river, just gradually, day by day and hour by hour.
Where did you end up?
Down in Stratford, Connecticut. Stratford, Connecticut's on one side of the Housatonic River, and Milford, Connecticut's on the other side. It was right in Long Island Sound, so we had to go out and paddle on Long Island Sound because the tide was low at the time. We had to go out and turn around and come back into shore again because of the big sandbar. And it was a very wet, cold, rainy day, and we had to make sure we got to the site before the tide started going. The tide was out completely, but we did make it, and it was a fun day.
Is the Housatonic River fun to paddle?
It's a blast. As I said, every section of the river is different. It depends on what people like to do, whether that's nice scenic pond-like paddling, or there's even some nice areas of rapids that you can paddle in. And we do have two paddle guides, free paddle guides, one for Massachusetts and one for Connecticut, that explains what the attributes of each section, the degree of experience people have to paddle those sections, where you can get on and get off the river. And you can call our office for a free paddle guide at 413-298-7024, or you can Google at our website and get a copy through the mail.